If you're living with long COVID, have you ever asked yourself, what am I doing wrong? Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Enduring Long COVID. I'm your host, Sherry. If you're living with long COVID, ME/CFS, POTS, or another viral illness, thank you for spending a little bit of your energy with me today. I don't take that lightly. Today's episode started with a question that popped into my mind just a little while ago. What are we doing wrong? It's a question I've asked myself over and over. We take our medications, we rest, we learn from pacing, we try supplements, we go to appointments, we read the research papers, we change our diets, we keep hoping. So why do so many of us still crash? I've been thinking about my own journey. Some medications have absolutely helped me. Low-dose naltrexone helped my pain dramatically. Gabapentin helps calm that electrical buzzing in my legs and in my feet. The buzzing is often a warning that I'm heading for a crash. Other medications have helped my breathing. I'm grateful for every bit of improvement. But something occurred to me. The medications help until they don't. Not because they stop working, but because eventually I ask more of my body than it can give. The medication is still helping. It's just no longer enough to hold back everything I've piled on top of it. The picture that came into my mind was the levees of New Orleans. The levees were designed to protect the city. Most of the time, they do. But if a hurricane becomes stronger than what they were built to withstand, the water eventually comes over. That's what my medications sometimes feel like. They're holding back the flood, but life keeps sending hurricanes. Then there's pacing. Everybody says, just pace. I understand why. Pacing is probably one of the most important tools we have. But pacing isn't simple. Nobody can hand you a sheet of paper that says exactly how much energy your body has today, because tomorrow might be different. What crashes me today might not crash me next week, or something that was easy yesterday might completely wipe me out tomorrow. That's one of the hardest parts. Over the last few weeks, I've started noticing something. Not just that I overdid it, but how I overdid it. I used to think of activities separately. Take a shower, go to work, drive to the doctor, stop by Lowe's, unload the car, talk on the phone, record a video, and each one seems reasonable. None of them seem impossible. But my body doesn't see them as separate. It adds them together. I've started calling this stacking activities. Every activity costs energy. Every conversation costs energy. Every decision costs energy. Even thinking costs energy. By the end of the day, my body has been keeping score. I think one of the biggest lessons long COVID has taught me is this. There are activities we can see, and there are activities our nervous system experiences. Talking on the phone for 30 minutes, being in a noisy grocery store, driving in traffic, trying to concentrate, managing stress, even feeling embarrassed while riding in one of those grocery store scooters. Those things use energy too, sometimes a tremendous amount. So, are we doing something wrong? The more I think about it, I don't believe we are. I think we're trying to live by the rules of healthy bodies inside of bodies that have changed. Our expectations haven't caught up with our reality. We still expect ourselves to be who we were before. We still measure ourselves against our old lives. And every day, our bodies remind us these rules don't apply anymore. Maybe the better question isn't, what are we doing wrong? Maybe it's, what is my body trying to tell me? Because my body has been talking to me for years. The buzzing in my legs, the brain fog, the shortness of breath, that funny feeling I get in my chest sometimes, that overwhelming exhaustion. All of this has been going on for a long time. I thought those symptoms were just obstacles I had to push through. I ignored them for many years. I never saw them as clues that I was overdoing it. Now I'm beginning to wonder if they are messages, not punishment, not weakness, messages. Messages asking me to stop, to rest, to reduce input, to listen. Now, I don't have all the answers. I wish I did. Researchers are still trying to understand why this happens. Is it immune dysfunction, problems with energy production, the autonomic nervous system, reduced blood flow, persistent inflammation? Maybe it's several of those things working together. But while science continues searching for answers, many of us are still learning to become students of our own bodies. And sometimes our bodies become our greatest teachers. If you're listening today and you've been wondering whether you're failing, I hope you'll hear this. I don't think you're failing. I think you're surviving an illness that asks more from you than most people could ever imagine. And every single day, you're doing the best you can with the energy you have. And sometimes that's enough. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Enduring Long COVID. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever found yourself asking, what am I doing wrong? Or have you discovered, like I have, that maybe your body has been trying to communicate with you all along? Until next time, be gentle with yourself, keep listening to your body, and remember, rest isn't giving up. Sometimes it's the most productive thing you can do. Take care, everyone.